Coconut oil is widely marketed as a superfood. The unique combination of fatty acids in coconut oil can have positive effects on your health, such as boosting fat loss, heart health, and brain function. Coconut oil is high in certain saturated fats. These fats have different effects in the body compared to most other dietary fats. The fatty acids in coconut oil can encourage your body to burn fat, and they provide quick energy to your body and your brain. They also raise HDL, or good cholesterol, in your blood, and this can help to reduce heart disease risk. Most dietary fats are categorized as long-chain triglycerides, while coconut oil contains some medium-chain triglycerides. These are shorter fatty acid chains. When you eat the medium-chain triglycerides, they tend to go straight to your liver. Your body uses them as a quick source of energy and turns them into ketones. Ketones can have powerful benefits for your brain, and researchers are studying ketones as a treatment for epilepsy, Alzheimer's disease, and other conditions. Coconut oil is an uncommon food in the Western world, with health-conscious people being the main consumers. However, in some parts of the world, coconut, which is loaded with coconut oil, is a dietary staple that people have thrived on for generations. For example, in 1981, a study noted that the population of Tukalua, an island chain in the South Pacific, obtained over 60% of their calories from coconuts. Researchers reported not only good overall health, but also very low rates of heart disease. People in Papua New Guinea also eat a lot of coconut, along with tubers, fruit, fish, and they have little stroke or heart disease also. Obesity is one of the biggest health concerns affecting the Western world today. Some people think that obesity is just a matter of how many calories that someone eats. The source of these calories is also important too. Different foods affect your body and your hormones in different ways. The medium-chain triglycerides in coconut oil can increase the number of calories that your body burns when compared with longer-chain fatty acids. One study found that eating 15 to 30 grams of medium-chain triglycerides per day, it increased the 24-hour energy expenditure by 5%. However, these studies didn't specifically look at the effects of coconut oil. They examined the health effects of medium-chain triglycerides, excluding lauric acid, which can make up only about 14% of coconut oil. There's currently no good evidence to say that eating coconut oil by itself will increase the number of calories that you expend. Keep in mind that coconut oil is very high in calories, and it can easily lead to weight gain if eaten in large amounts. Lauric acid makes up about 50% of the fatty acids in coconut oil. When your body digests lauric acid, it forms a substance called monolaurin. Both lauric acid and monolaurin can kill harmful pathogens like bacteria, viruses, and fungi. For example, test tube studies show that these substances can help to kill the bacteria Staphylococcus aureus, which can cause a staph infection, and the yeast Candida albicans, a common source of yeast infection in humans. There's also some evidence that using coconut oil as a mouthwash, a process called oil pulling, benefits oral hygiene, though research considers the evidence of this weak. One interesting feature of medium-chain triglycerides is that they may reduce hunger. This can be related to the way that your body metabolizes fats, because ketones can reduce a person's appetite. In one study, 6 healthy men ate varying amounts of medium-chain triglycerides and long-chain triglycerides. Those who ate the most medium-chain triglycerides ate fewer calories per day. Another study in 14 healthy men reported that those who ate the most medium-chain triglycerides at breakfast ate fewer calories at lunch. These studies were small and had very short timescales. If this effect were to persist over a long term, it could lead to reduced body weight over several years. Although coconut oil is one of the natural richest sources of the medium-chain triglycerides, there's no evidence that the coconut oil intake will reduce the appetite more than other foods. Researchers are currently studying the ketogenic diet, which is very low in carbohydrates and high in fat, to treat various disorders. The best known therapeutic use of this diet is for treating drug-resistant epilepsy in children. The diet dramatically reduces the rate of seizures in children with epilepsy, even those who haven't had success with multiple types of drugs, and researchers aren't sure why. Reducing carbohydrate intake and increasing fat intake leads to greatly increased concentrations of ketone in the blood. Because the MCTs in the coconut oil get transported to the liver and turned into ketones, healthcare professionals may be able to use a modified ketogenic diet that can include the medium-chain triglycerides and a more generous carbohydrate allowance to still induce the ketosis and to help to treat the epilepsy. Coconut oil contains natural saturated fats that increase HDL or good cholesterol in the body. They can also help to turn LDL or bad cholesterol into a less harmful form. By increasing the HDL, many experts believe that coconut oil can boost the heart health when compared with other fats. In one study in 40 women, coconut oil reduced the total and LDL bad cholesterol while increasing the HDL when compared with soybean oil. Another study in 116 adults showed that following a diet that included coconut oil, it raised the levels of HDL or good cholesterol in people with coronary artery disease. Coconut oil has many uses that have nothing to do with eating it. Many people use it for cosmetic purposes to improve the health and the appearance of their skin and their hair. Studies show that coconut oil can improve the moisture content of dry skin and reduce the symptoms of eczema. Coconut oil can also protect against hair damage. One study shows that it can work as a weak sunscreen, blocking about 20% of the sun's UV rays. Oil pulling, which involves swishing around coconut oil in your mouth like a mouthwash, may kill some of the harmful bacteria in your mouth. This may improve dental health and reduce bad breath, though more research on this is needed. Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia. It usually affects older adults. This condition reduces your brain's ability to use glucose for energy. Research has suggested that ketones can provide an alternative energy source for these malfunctioning brain cells to reduce symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. The authors of a 2006 study report that the medium-chain triglycerides improve brain function in people with milder forms of Alzheimer's disease. Yet research is still preliminary, and no evidence suggests that coconut oil itself combats the illness. As some of the fatty acids in coconut oil can reduce appetite and increase fat burning, it can also help you to lose weight. Abdominal fat or visceral fat lodges in the abdominal cavity and around the organs. The medium-chain triglycerides in the coconut oil appear to be especially effective at reducing belly fat when compared to the long-chain triglycerides. Abdominal fat, the most harmful type, is linked to many chronic diseases. Waist circumference is an easy, accurate marker for the amount of fat in the abdominal cavity. In a 12-week study in 40 women with abdominal obesity who took 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters of coconut oil per day, they had a significant reduction in body mass index and waist circumference. Meanwhile, a 4-week study in 20 men with obesity noted a reduction in the waist circumference of 1.1 inches or 2.8 centimeters after they took 2 tablespoons, 30 milliliters of coconut oil per day. Coconut oil is still high in calories, so you should use it sparingly, replacing some of your other cooking fats with the coconut oil could have a small weight loss benefit. The oil from coconuts has a variety of emerging health benefits. In order to get the most out of it, make sure that you choose organic virgin coconut oil rather than refined versions. For more information about herbs, supplements, and natural treatment plans, check out my website.